Hey guys, it's Jess, and on today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about a few things. Well, just two things, but I will probably end up talking about something else, so that's why I said a few things. So, first of all, I wanted to show you guys my Vanda that's in Spike, and let me show you guys the name. It's the Vanda Sunchai Gold Spots. Can you see the name? Okay, so this one is, I thought it was gonna be yellow with red, but it's actually more like orangey. You guys will see when it blooms, but look how big the spike is. I noticed a little nubbing or little thing right here in between the leaves, and I didn't know whether it was, I'll keep it on here. I didn't know if it was a root or a spike, just because it was very small. And I posted the question here on YouTube when I was or I asked the question when I made a video about it, and many of you said it was a spike, but then I posted it on Facebook, and a lot of people were saying that it was a root, so it ended up being a spike. So this is very exciting. Yeah, hopefully it starts creating the buds really soon, just because I've heard that once the buds start growing, it's usually when it takes off. The longest part of the spike is actually getting to that length, but other than that, like when the spike starts budding, it's usually a quick bloomer after that. So I'm pretty excited about that, because I never thought in a million years I was gonna be able to bloom a Vanda, and especially under T8 lights. I'm so proud of myself, or, well, I guess not myself. I'm proud that I was able to bloom it, but not about myself. I was proud that I was able to bloom it. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I'm excited, guys. Yeah, so that's that. I told you guys I was gonna show you guys the spike progress. I just didn't want to make a whole video about it, just because it was just gonna be me talking about different things. So I decided to make this video about what I've been doing and what's been going on, just because I have not posted in a while and I haven't been really that active. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, I am in college, so that's why I'm not active, but I'll be graduating over the summer, like I said in my last video, so that's why I'm really extremely busy right now, because I have 2 internships, I have a desk job, I'm an RA, a resident assistant, and I have 18 credit hours. So I'm really busy. But after this is done, I'll be relieved, relaxed, and I'll be able to focus more on my orchids. Recently I have been taking a look more at my orchids, just because before I really wasn't in the mood. I was just too tired to even look at my orchids, and I was too tired to even water them. So sometimes they went like 2 weeks without watering, which is really bad, but I just didn't feel like it. And I think I found, my watering day, which is, I'm getting back on the groove of things, and yeah, that's what's been going on with my personal life. Now, I wanted to talk about more of where my collection is going, because there are going to be a few changes in my orchid collection. So you guys know I love Phalaenopsis. Like, I love them. They were like my first loves. And I love rescuing Phalaenopsis, like, even more, but I just don't know, since that whole calcium thing started kind of killing my orchids, or I guess I was, and if you guys don't know, I added calcium to some of the phalaenopsis that I thought needed it, but the calcium ended up rotting the roots, all of the roots on, I say, over half of my no ID phalaenopsis. So what I'm going to do with those is, actually with any orchid that I have that's easy to find, I'm gonna throw it away if I don't see it improving by April or May. So I'm gonna be throwing those out just because I don't want to keep a phalaenopsis with no roots that's not doing anything. And I know some of you are gonna get upset. I was upset at the beginning, but then I don't know, my logic is I don't have time to be taking care of those that don't want to live. So seriously, I threw like 2-3 orchids away like last time I watered, but those orchids have been doing really bad since maybe like 2+ months. So I threw an Insidium away because it created a new growth, but the new growth just stalled for the longest time, and it wasn't creating any roots, and all the roots of the older bulb rotted, so I threw it away. I like the flower, but I really wasn't in love with it, and I hate Insidiums and I hate Dendrobiums. Like, I have like at least one of each, and I used to have like a couple of each, and I tried it because maybe, you know, I would have liked them, but I really don't like them, so I just hate them. Personally, I don't like Insidiums. I really don't like the way the bulb looks, and quite frankly, the foliage is what does it for me. Like, if I don't like how the leaves look, I'm not really going to like how, I don't know, I'm not going to be really excited for the flowers to come, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I don't like the canes of the Dendrobiums, and I don't like the bulbs of the Insidiums, but I don't know, weirdly enough, I love Catasetums. Like, I love when they're just like bare, like no leaves at all. Let me show you guys. I love when they look like this. I have no idea why. I love how they look when they're bare. So I threw some away. The Phalaenopsis, I think I threw like a couple, or just one, I don't remember. But it wasn't doing good either. The leaves were really, really bad. They were really wrinkly, and it only had 2. So it's gonna take a while. It was gonna take a while for it to actually get back to where it was. And I really didn't want to keep it in my space if it was gonna do that, you know. It was kind of a pretty flower. It was like a reddish flower, but it was a no ID too, so I threw it away. Like I said, I will be moving back home after this semester, so I'll be living pretty close to House Around Orchids. So my thought process is that I'll be able to go more often to House Romance, and I will be able to expand my orchid collection more into orchids that have IDs, because I want my orchid to have a name. I don't know. I want my orchid to have a name, and I don't know. I'm done with grocery store orchids. Obviously, if I see one that I really, really like, I might have to get it. But, you know, for the most part, I'm done with them. I mean, in my stores, we don't have Vandas or anything like that. So we only have Phalaenopsis, Insidiums, some Paps. So we really don't have any diversity here in Indiana. Or Chicago. I don't think I've seen any in Chicago. Yeah. So that's what is going to be happening. A lot of pretty bad orchids that aren't doing good are going to go to the garbage. So you're going to be able to see some empty spots. I mean, you can probably see them. I mean, whenever I do like a video of my whole collection, you'll probably be able to see some empty spots. So yeah, and that's where my collection is going. And I'm probably gonna get more Vandas because I am like in love with them. Like after I was able to create this spike, like I've been loving them. Like I don't know, they're so pretty. And then most Orchids has like the most gorgeous Vandas ever. Like all my Orchids, all my Vandas are from there except for one, and I have like 10. Well, 3 of them are pretty small, so 9 are from there. One of them is from eBay, but yeah, this one's from most Orchids. So yeah, and we have like in my house back at home, we have like a whole south window, like south facing wall where there's like a bunch of windows. So I was talking to my mom, and she is allowing me to take up that window with my Vandas once I come back and live home. So I'll be able to have more Vandas, and I now have more lights. So I'll be having my rooms with Vandas, and our living room windows are going to be filled with Vandas. So I'm pretty excited where that's going to go. Hopefully my cat doesn't throw one off, like the windowsill. Hopefully. But yeah, that's happening. And I also think they went to, I forgot where they went, but they're bringing more imports, I think, so I'm gonna keep an eye on that. I think, I don't know, they recently went there, so maybe it's already on the website. I don't know. I'll have to check. I haven't checked in a while. But yeah. And I'm still in love with Catasetums. So I don't think Fred has posted the 2017 Catasetum list yet. So once that happens, I've been saving up, and I don't know. I might just get that for myself as a graduation present, maybe. Yeah, so that's happening. I will definitely be getting more Phalaenopsis species because those are my babies. I love Phalaenopsis species. So yeah, that's what's happening. Nothing really is happening with my collection. A lot of Phalaenopsis, well, a lot of Orchids are growing either new growths or new leaves. I never really have much of a flower variety. So yeah, I think the only one I have in bloom is still that yellowish one with the keiki, with the basil keiki. That's still in bloom. And I have the Phalaenopsis still in bloom. I don't think I've showed that one in video. I might make a spotlight video. I don't know. It has only 2 flowers, so I might not. I might just feature it like in a video, and then the next video I do. So yeah, just want to update you guys on what's happening with my orchid collection. So if you guys did enjoy the video, please leave a like, comment down any future videos you guys want me to do, and subscribe if you want to see more orchid videos like this. Thank you guys.